Hi YouTube. It's been a long time since I made a video, but I think I finally got the camera stuff going. I think I finally have the video editing software figured out, and I've got some stuff that I think is important enough to make another video. So what I'd like to talk about today is the centering and what can go wrong during centering, how to diagnose it, and how to fix it. So we'll start right from the very beginning. You put the clay and it's not in the middle. Don't try to push it in the middle from here. Pick it back up, drag it into a ball again, and put it in the middle. Now, people have, I think the first issue that I see with beginners, if they have one, is going to be it sliding off the wheel head. So that can be caused by a few things. One is that they don't have it wet enough or not wet at all. So when they apply pressure to it, it just wants to move. This can help, or this can go in conjunction with having the bat dry. If the bat's dry, the clay doesn't want to stick to it. If the bat is just a little bit damp, not super damp, you don't want it shiny. It should look damp though, like dark. If you put that on there, it's going to stick a lot better. Now we put it on, and I say to hit it twice. Over time, I know that hitting it twice is the right amount. People hit different hardnesses, but hitting it once usually isn't enough, and hitting it 5 times usually flattens it out. It shouldn't be flat, it should be puffy. And now it's stuck. Now, the second thing that can cause people from get water underneath it is by pushing in one direction. If it doesn't get water underneath it, pushing in one direction can also cause elephant butt, which we'll talk about later. But right now it's stuck, and we'll get it wet, and we'll try to get it to slide off so that we can fix it. So I've got it nice and wet. Look, Mr. Tim said get it wet. So it's wet, it's moving, I'm going to push on it, and it slides off. And normally it would go around the wheel, and it's a big mess. Now if you've got chunkies on it, like I do now, I should try to remove as many of the chunkies as possible. Which I pretty much probably wrecked that ball of clay. But we're going to fix it. So I'm going to remove as many chunkies as possible. Screw that. Next ball of clay. Recreate that. We won't let it slide off that time. Oh, I push, and it slides off, and it's all slimy underneath. And then what do beginners do? They try to sneak it like nobody's watching. They put it back in the middle and they hit it again, and it's not sticking. So then they use their imagination and they go doing all sorts of things to clean it off. What works best is to take it off, take your flexible metal rib of death, scrape the edge, and remove the slip from the bottom of the ball. This is the quick and easy one. I mean, you could completely let the ball, dry up and all that, re-wedge it. And you're going to take a rubber rib. Don't use the flexible metal rib of death on your bat. It'll start to get rough, which can cause you other issues later. Use something that's a little less aggressive. And scrape the slip off. Don't get it wet again. If you scrape the slip off, it should be sticky enough that you hit it twice, that it sticks. Yay, now it's stuck. Next problem that we normally see is a ramp on the edge. And that ramp forms from not pushing against the wheel head or starting against the wheel head and then moving your hands up. When you move your hands up, the clay is getting squeezed and can go wherever it wants. If it doesn't want to go right in the middle, it goes out and makes a ramp underneath. So we'll do that. Oh, look at that ramp, it's horrible. Oh, my fingers can't stay against the wheel head. I can't stay down. Oh, my hand is going all over the place. So to fix that would be one, you press down, you get it right to the wheel head, and then you do your normal, proper centering practices, like pressing down against the wheel head, coning up, and coning down. That will keep that away. Next problem that we see is the mushroom. So mushrooms happen when you cone up, and then you press down without doing anything below. So not only is it really hard to center, but it also makes a mushroomy kind of thing. We'll say this is exaggerated. And we just still do this and we undercut it. Oh, we get this mushroomy kind of shape. Anytime you've got the clay when you're centering, it's narrower than what's above it, it becomes a lot of stress on the part that's narrow, because you can put more torque here than what the bottom part there can handle. It kind of torques it unevenly. And that can cause rips and little air bubbles that you might not see when you're centering, but can show up when you're pulling. So, to prevent that from happening, when you cone down, you need to make sure your right hand is pressing against the wheel head and that you're putting quite a bit of pressure on that clay. If you're not putting pressure on that clay, then it's not going to go in the middle, and it's not going to spread out the way you want. So I'm going to try to do this open-handed, so that, switch around here a little bit, so that my hand is on top. Now normally everything would be closed up so that they're working together, but I'm going to do this so that you can see how the clay moves. I'm pressing forward a little bit, clay goes into my right hand, the right hand pushes it into the shape that I want, and then I let go slowly. So we get to like a gumdrop shape. And you repeat that until it's centered. Now, mushroom is one problem. The next problem is volcanoes. And volcanoes have lava, and lava is hot, and hot stuff burns, so we don't want volcanoes. Volcanoes happen usually from coning down too far, so you get a junior mint. If you go past the gumdrop and go to junior mint, when you squeeze to go up, look, can you see that? That the clay on the outside is it's easier for it to move up quicker than the stuff in the middle. So if you have a round dome, it pushes that stuff up in the middle along with the rest of the clay. When you go further, it makes a volcano. So now we've got a volcano. Volcanoes don't work. To get rid of the volcano, it's best to press down just on the edge and let it flatten out again, and then compress it and get it back into a gumdrop shape. So to prevent it from happening, don't go down all the way to junior mint in terms of how flat and wide it is. And to get rid of it, just push down on the edge. Don't try to center the whole thing. You want to get rid of that so it doesn't trap bubbles and water in the rest of your clay. And then the last thing that can really happen with centering is called elephant butt. And this is like the fourth take I've tried of this video. And I am unable to repetitively recreate elephant butt. There's a perfect storm of problems that happen to get an elephant butt. One of them is that you're using a bat that's fuzzy, and a fuzzy bat allows air to get underneath it, and when the air gets underneath it, it lifts up on one side when you're pushing in one direction. When that lifts up, it kind of spins air into the center of the clay. If your clay ever pops off the wheel and you flip it over and there's like a divot in the middle that's kind of twisty, that's what we call an elephant butt. So it can come from pushing in one direction, having a fuzzy bat that can't make a good seal, not using enough water when you're centering. All those things can contribute to the elephant butt. Sometimes you may throw and not know that you had an elephant butt because your clay didn't pop off, but when you cut it off and you go to trim it, you'll see a spiral of air in the middle, and that can also cause air bubbles into your pot. So you might say, I know I wedged that clay, I just cut it off the box, blah blah blah, and you find all these air bubbles. That could actually be how you're centering, and not so much the clay's fault. So there we go. That's how to fix some common centering problems and how to avoid them.